Sea turtles do not breathe through gills like fish. They need air like humans do. That's because they are descendants of the land-dwelling turtles that moved into the oceans about 100 million years ago. Even today, they still deposit their eggs on land, and the little babies that hatch go right back into the water as fast as they can. Sadly, the sea turtle is an endangered species. The threat that endangers them is humans, who hunt them for their meat, their eggs, and their shells. The shells are considered to be a lucky charm in Asia. It seems to me that a live sea turtle itself should be considered a lucky charm, because every time I see one, my heart rejoices. That's how beautiful and graceful they are. Now, most of us humans are trying to protect the sea turtles, and there have already been some notable successes along the way. All sea turtles are officially under species protection. Trading sea turtle products has been forbidden. It is also forbidden to capture or kill them. All around the planet, organizations and animal rights activists are trying to protect these animals by sealing off breeding areas or by building new breeding stations. We humans have a real responsibility for the sea dwellers of this world. We should not treat this lightly. Jacques Cousteau, one of the greatest explorers and a very passionate diver, once put it this way: "Underwater, in this paradise, humans are merely guests, and they should behave that way." Jellyfish have adapted themselves very well for life in this underwater paradise. All jellyfish sting their prey, but this isn't always done intentionally, as even the slightest contact will trigger their automatic response mechanism to protect themselves by stinging any potential predator. Don't they look incredibly graceful as they float around? Oh, and speaking of graceful, squids are excellent swimmers. They are extremely active, and they seem to do quite well when it comes to adapting to the changing environment around them. More than 300 different types of squid have been identified around the world. The size of a squid can vary depending on the species. Some of them are only 24 inches long, while others are more than 40 feet in length. The heaviest squid ever found weighed more than 1,000 pounds. Maybe that's the reason for many old stories that depict them as monsters living in the deep. Corals can only be found in the ocean, especially around the tropical belt. There are soft corals and stony corals. The stony corals form skeletons by storing limestone, which leads to the formation of coral banks or coral reefs. These skeletons often look like tree twigs. And the tips of those twigs are often covered with colorful polyps. These polyps have a wide spectrum of colors, which make the corals look like underwater flowering plants. Corals have existed for 400 million years. Like most deep-sea marine creatures, corals are filter feeders, which means that they get their nourishment through microplankton, which contains nutrients as well as trace elements, which the coral absorbs by filtering them through the ocean current. The corals are endangered in many parts of the world, and yet they only have two real enemies: global warming, which influences the algal growth, and as a result, algae can then produce toxic substances that are harmful to corals, and humans, who break them when they are industrial fishing or even only diving on vacation. A coral typically takes hundreds of years to fully grow, which is why we should be careful whenever we pay them a visit. This will ensure that not only we, but the generations that come after us can fully enjoy the wonderful play of colors and the exciting hustle and bustle that corals play host to.